All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. It is Rise and SKOL, which means it is Friday morning. I'm Onebar. That handsome fellow is Lupagus. Lupagus, happy Friday. Happy playoff Friday.
I was just going to correct you. Yes, happy playoff Friday to you as well. Vikings-Rams location's been moved, but the day is the same. It's this Monday night, and this is it. Vikings.
This is it.
Either season goes on or the season ends.
Are we the only Vikings morning YouTube show?
I think we are.
Hit that sub. Breaking news. We went over 13,000 subs. Appreciate every single damn subscriber. On to 14. On the 14.
Mm-hmm.
So that was wonderful. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Celebrate for a little bit, and then we start thinking about the next number, the next milestone.
All right, we got news. We got trivia. We're talking Rams. We're talking top comments of the week. A few scenarios for Lupagus, as always. But let's get right into it. Let's just talk about some news. Nothing overly groundbreaking except for the fact the game got moved. We're in Arizona now.
We're in Arizona. Obviously, the fires are too bad to hold the game there. I know also the hotels are like holding people who have lost their homes. So probably nowhere to stay either. And obviously, number one, your thoughts are with everybody in LA going through the horrible fire situation. Very scary situation there. Hope everybody's safe. And now the game itself, I mean, everybody's saying, oh, it's a huge advantage for the Vikings. It's not like Rams have this huge home field advantage. I think last time we played there, half the crowd was purple anyway. So it is an advantage for the Vikings. Let's not sugarcoat it, but it's not as big as everybody thinks because the Rams, it's like LA is this hard place to play.
Well, it's more so that the Rams players have to travel. I mean, they don't get to just wake up and go to the stadium. They have to travel now. They have to stay in hotels. I mean, that's a big deal when you're on the road. So that's the biggest advantage for me. I mean, when you look at Arizona, I did a video yesterday. The Vikings are 0-3 the last time they played in Arizona. Granted, they played the Cardinals, but it's not like this is our home field. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of fans there. I expect more Vikings fans, honestly, there than probably Los Angeles fans. So it definitely favors the Vikings. I don't know if it's enough to also say, like, all right. But Vegas, speaking of news, the line did move. It was -1, and now is -2.5. So Vegas definitely sees this as an advantage.
I hope my line moves on Monday night when the Vikings win.
Oh, God.
Ding, 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 ding.
They better win. I don't know if I won't be able to handle it emotionally. The channel might be done. I don't know what'll happen.
If they win or lose?
If they lose, I might just have to go in hibernation for a while. So it is in Arizona. It will be a talker. It'll continue to be a talker. Is what it is. Other news.
And everything I saw someone say, the Rams earned a first-round home game. Well, we won 14 wins. I think we earned a first-round home game as well.
The rules are the rules. Like, this screws the Rams. They won the division. They should have got their home game. I don't agree with it, but the Rams are getting screwed here. And like you said, very unfortunate situation. Why it's happening happens. Mm-hmm. We're a sports show. We're going to talk sports. We got to do the sports angle. All right, roster moves. Brett Rippon is back. We talked about him. Trevor Reed. We already talked about him as well. Offensive lineman, maybe a project. But Taki Taimani, the man who went on IR in early November, is officially opened his window to return.
His window is open again, but unless they pull up Puka Nakua and immediately activate him, Vikings got to win a game to see Taki back on the field most likely. And again, not a huge rookie year for him, but a guy who was out there contributing a little bit. So you'd love to see that from an undrafted free agent. Vikings like to use him to stuff the run. I got Kyron Williams. Any back you face in these playoffs is going to be good. So wouldn't hurt having him back.
He's a big boy. Honestly, forgot about him. Did 100% forgot about this guy. Don't expect to see him regardless.
Maybe the Super Bowl.
Hey, he's our Aiden Hutchinson. We make it to the Super Bowl. We get Taki Taimani back. We'll see. I feel like they're feeling pretty good about their defensive line. I don't know who they would demote.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like when Taimani went down, that was the ascension of Jalen Redmond. So I honestly would rather have Jalen Redmond.
All right. Let's see. Kyle Brandt from the NFL Network.
Handsome.
Who I actually enjoy quite a bit. I love his segments. Very good. He did put a quote out there. He says, and I want to hear your thoughts more so, but he said if Sam Darnold plays poorly against the Rams, if he loses, I don't think he's the Vikings quarterback next year. He's putting this all on this one game. And a lot of Vikings fans are. Do you agree?
I don't know if he's the Vikings quarterback if they win either. I mean, there's nothing set in stone. Oh, it's nothing set in stone yet. Like, it could go either way. If he plays piss poorly, I mean, do they just tag and try to trade him? Do they just let him test free agency and go with the McCarthy, Daniel Jones option next year? It'll be interesting what they do. I mean, how bad would he have to look just like he did against Detroit for that to happen? The body work this season is greater for him being good than it is being bad. And I think that's what the Vikings would look at in terms of bringing him back if they decide to do that. I'm not convinced 100% they're going to do that yet. So the whole thing's up in the air. I don't think this game is going to determine.
I mean, I've been a Sam Darnold guy. I don't think he'll crap the bed. If he craps the bed on this one, I do think it's like, all right, thank you. And I think that decision has probably already been made, but like this will just help solidify it, like at least to the fans. Be like, all right, we're moving on. All right, last one. Brian Flores, 3 teams now he's up to: Jets, Bears, and Jaguars. God, Jaguars, yuck. 3 interviews. Last year, you didn't get a single interview.
I would actually rather see one of those teams go to the Jaguars. Bears are just a shithole to go to. I'm not a Ryan Poles believer at all. I don't think that thing's going to get fixed. I think he probably gets fired next year. The Jets, it's a horrible place to go as well, especially if like a Brian Flores. I think Jacksonville, you get that defense going. You got Trevor Lawrence in place. Maybe you can get a coordinator who can get the best out of him. I actually like him going to Jacksonville if he goes. Right. I don't want him to go anywhere.
All right, trivia time. Comments. Let's hear it. Lupagus will try to answer this at the end. Who was the starting quarterback the last time the Vikings faced the Rams in the playoffs? Oh, my God. Can you believe that question? Who was the starting quarterback for the Vikings the last time they faced the Rams in the playoffs?
In the playoffs.
They did it. They did. They faced them. Comments. Put your answers in the comments. We'll show the answer in a little bit. But let's go to the Vikings-Rams. Let's talk about the top 3 players in this game. Who's going to make or break this game, whether it's Vikings, whether it's Rams players, maybe it's all 3 Rams. I don't know. Who you got?
I'm still thinking of this trivia question. I'm trying to think of when the Vikings and Rams actually played.
I would not have gotten this right. I would have looked this up. Or I would have.
So it's not Joe Cap then.
Well, I never get Joe Cap questions right. So
first spotlight player or first player, it's Sam Darnold. It's Sam Darnold. He might be the only player. If he's ass again, this game's over before it starts.
Butt cheeks.
You might as well just yank him early because there's no point in keeping him out there if he's going to play the way he did last week. Just trot somebody else out there at halftime if he's missing throws left and right. But Sam Darnold's huge. He's got to bounce back. I tend to think he will. I'm worried. I'm nervous just how bad it was last week. The Rams defense is pretty good. That line scares me. So Sam Darnold.
Don't worry about Sam. He's going to be just fine. He's going to have a good game. Sam clearly is the one. He's on my list, so I'm not going to say anything because he already did. I got Aaron Jones because we got to get the running game going. And spoiler alert, I don't have any Rams on this list. To me, this is all about the Vikings. The Vikings show up, they win this game. So the Rams can do whatever they want. If the Vikings show up, they're a better team and they should win. I got Aaron Jones on here. Last time we played him, we didn't really use him that much. He didn't really get going. But after last week, we didn't really get the run game going. We got to get the run game going. We got to set up that play action so Sam Darnold can do his thing. Aaron Jones, give me 90 yards. I don't need 120. I need 90.
I'd love to see Aaron Jones go off and also KOC be committed to him, especially in the red zone. Run the ball a couple more times in the red zone would be nice. Maybe a pitch out, something like that. And not a shotgun run. Maybe like something a little more with a higher success rate than that. I'm going to go Justin Jefferson too. Jefferson don't have the game. I know it wasn't your fault mostly last week. I didn't think he did have a drop or two, but don't let the commentators say, Meek Robertson, some shitty ass corner like that is shutting down Justin Jefferson. That wasn't the reason. It was Sam Darnold throwing shitty passes, but go God mode, Justin Jefferson, make some insane catches, help your quarterback out. If he's off, go up high, make catches you're not supposed to catch. Go God mode, take this thing over, be the best receiver in the NFL. It's the playoffs. It's time to do exactly that.
That would be beautiful. I would love nothing more than Jefferson just to say, screw it, I'm taking you guys to the next round. I got TJ Hawkinson. Hawkinson, I think you've been on my list probably 90% of the time we've done this show. Rams suck against tight ends. That's it. TJ, Darnold, KOC. Get it to TJ Hawkinson. That's it. The Rams suck against it. Look at what they've done. Tight ends have been lighting them up. We got one of the best in the league, supposedly. Let's do it.
Yeah, and Hawk was sitting on a big game last week. Darnold couldn't deliver him the ball accurately. And the one that really kills me is that wide open, was the first drive of the game? When he just
first down.
Him by like
overshot
15 yards. It's wide open. Come on, Sam. Come on, you rascal.
They were cones.
He was open. I do have a Ram on my list. It's Kobe freaking Turner. He's so good. He's better than we ever thought. We interviewed him. He's a great dude. But Vikings interior line is so bad. I find the Rams and putting them inside, destroying Blake Brandel every single play I can get. You got Braden Fisk on the outside. Maybe they mix those guys, but I'm going to attack the inside with either one of those guys. But Kobe Turner, he's got 8 sacks this year, 10 tackles for a loss. We've seen their interior fold game and game again. Did it last week against some really backup players with the Lions. Kobe Turner's the real deal, and he worries me, and he could take this thing over from the inside.
All right, let's do a quick game of better or worse. Better or worse. We're looking at the previous 3 Vikings playoff teams. I want to know if you think this team is better than theirs. Give us some hope or just squash us. So the first one, 2022, the Vikings go 13-4. I put a snapshot just so at least you can have a look
at nice snapshot.
Some of these players that were on the team and help you remember. But the 2022 season, they ended up losing to the Giants in the first round. Everybody thought this season was just like a mirage, fake. I don't know.
Yeah.
So there's the 2022 season. Are they better or worse than this team?
They're better than this team. Defense is much better. That defense was complete ass. You let Daniel Jones rip you a new one. You shouldn't even be in the playoffs. So, yeah, this team's better than that. I think offensively it's pretty comparable, but defensively much better this year.
All right. That makes me feel nice. That makes me feel real nice. Let's go to 2019. 10-6, we beat the Saints, and then we ended up losing to the 49ers. Look at that squad. There's some names from the past. Anthony Harris.
I forgot about the fucking 2019 team. Oh, man. God, this is actually probably pretty similar. Defense in 2019. I still think we're better. So we have Justin Jefferson.
My God, we're going to win the Super Bowl.
Diggs. So, yeah, the 2019, that's a team I kind of just forget about. But, yeah, they did. They had Cousins had the big bomb there. Was it Rudolph?
That was
Thielen down at the goal line and then Rudolph at the end to win it.
That was the I believe it was the you liked that after we beat the Saints, wasn't it?
I
think it was.
It was originally in Washington, wasn't it?
Well, no. I mean, when he did it with the Vikings.
No.
After that, he came out and did that. It was beautiful. All right, 2017.
Yeah,
2017, the Case Keenum season, the miracle, everything, which a lot of people compare this team to.
Yeah, this is close. I think that defense, it was definitely stingier, not the explosive plays. This year's offense is better than that year's offense. So this one, I mean, it's can I go push?
Nope. Absolutely not. That's lame. That's boring.
I know, but here's the thing.
Can't push.
17's defense better than this year's defense. This year's offense better than this, but
push.
I think I'm going to go. So I think I'm going to go. I'm going to go 17 by Pube.
All right. 17. Good team. All right, there you have it. Yeah, I think I probably would have answered the same way.
I just wish Xavier Rhodes when I got hurt in that game. Case Keenum Magic did seem to run out after that first touchdown as well. Yeah. You
believe in magic. All right, let's go to the top comments of the week. Kevin says, has Lupagus ever fixed his door handle?
Yeah, I did. It's fixed.
Took about 9 years, but he got that puppy fixed.
It's because it's tricky. It's not easy.
I haven't confirmed. I haven't used that door handle since, so I will give it a mighty test.
Mm-hmm. No, it's fixed. It is solid. Thank you, Kevin, for asking.
We got, I can't spell the first word, but it's something Christmas channel. Flores absolutely will not be hired. Not going to happen. It's not the lawsuit. It's that he's accused his owner at his last head coaching gig of telling him to throw games. The reason I put this up is it was a topic on the NFC North Roundtable. Like, some people think he has no chance of ever getting hired. I mean, do you think he's actually going to get hired?
I do. I think it's at one point, the on-field product is going to overtake anything that, was said about
So you think
him.
He's going to get hired in this cycle?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, he's getting interviews now. It's a step in the right direction. I think eventually he'll get hired. Will it be this cycle? I think, I don't know. If the Vikings start winning, then definitely no. If they lose this week, then I think he might get hired.
All right. I don't think he's going to get hired. I don't know. I mean, I'm pulling for the guy. If he doesn't get hired this cycle, it's like, what's it going to take? Like if he doesn't get hired this round, I don't know. I don't think he ever gets hired again. Why wouldn't he?
I mean, coaches are hard to find. Good coaches are hard to find, and Flores keeps proving he's a great defensive mind. So I think someone will give him a chance.
All right, John Carlone just says Onebar and Lupagus blows all competition out of the water. Thank you, John.
We love John. We love John so much.
Are now 5388. Yes, Vikings are losers. They suck as always in big games. Congrats on being suck. And I put this on there because you wouldn't imagine or believe all the Lions fans that were in our comment, especially our prediction video. They're still coming in. Just like they are really giving it to us. They're not being nice.
Well, here's the thing that is frustrating. I think that is the thing to talk about in that comment is just the fact that the Vikings did blow it in prime time again. And this team has kind of done things the Vikings haven't done in years. You won in Seattle. You're breaking these streaks, and you beat the Packers and the Bears in the same season. I mean, that doesn't happen every year. Doing things you don't normally do. Everybody's like, oh, this team's different. This team's different. This team's different. And then the same old shit. You freaking go limp in prime time. And it's frustrating. And it makes you wonder, is this just the Vikings are always going to be this way?
No, we're not.
We're
going to the Super Bowl, and it's going to be one of the best days of our lives. John Carlone again just says, after that game, I feel like a loser. And I just want to tell John, you're not a loser. You're not, fantastic. John. You're not a loser. The Vikings were losers.
Yeah.
John, you were not a loser.
Not a loser.
Zigman says, Lions fan here. The Lions' heavily depleted defense had 3 options to stop the Vikings offense. Play zone and get burned, play man and get picked apart, or throw the kitchen sink at Darnold. Aaron Glenn chose wisely. Mm-hmm. And I put this on there as everybody, we're getting ripped on because of the depleted defense, a lot of backups, but he's right. I give this dub to Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn was an absolute magician out there.
Yeah, he knew he had shit to work with. He said, you know what? I'm just going to throw this poop at Sam Darnold and see if it works. And it did. He couldn't see. He was scared because he thought there's more shit coming at him.
Yeah, I mean, and Brian Flores has gone this route before. He's tried it. He said, screw it, let's just do it, and it hasn't worked. But Aaron Glenn, the stars aligned. That's why he's going to be a head coach. That's why he's going to be head coach this year. Lions are going to lose 2 fantastic coordinators.
It really, I don't know if it got to you, but when he was just sitting there late in the game, just relaxing.
You know what? I kind of respected it. Hell yeah, man. You deserve that shit. The show you just put on, take a breather. I didn't like it, but I understood it.
I know.
All right, Dane Wingy. He says, I believe we need a good game by Slinging Sam and KOC. So not everybody's Debbie down in the comments. There's a lot of people who still think we got a lot of juice to go, and he's right. It comes down to Sam and KOC.
I'll say this. I'll be more surprised if they shit the bed again than if they come out and rip it up.
All right, I fully agree. Those are our comments of the week. ESPN put a trade scenario out. I don't know if you saw this, but I want to know your thoughts on this ESPN trade scenario. And it involves, they mentioned 3 teams, and the Vikings were one of them that would be looking at this. It involves, yes, the 2025 first-round pick for Denzel freaking Ward. Denzel Ward. I got to set this up a little bit. Our cornerback, even Byron Murphy's a free agent. There are our other guys, Griffin, Gilmore, they're not going to be back. So the ESPN says, you know what? They're going to give the first round pick. They're going to get a solidified cornerback in the NFL. He's 27 years old, playing at a pretty damn high level. And then you bring back Byron Murphy and you are set. What would you think about that?
I mean, I like it from the player perspective. I mean, here's the difference, though. Then taking a corner is, you also got to get a contract to him, and how much is he going to command? How much is he going to need? Yeah, what is his contract status? I'm assuming he's.
Well, I mean, the Vikings have money to play. I don't think money is an issue here. They put the trade scenario out there because it's fairly realistic. So I wouldn't worry about that. I feel like they would probably get that done. It's more so the compensation and the player you're getting back.
Yeah. I wouldn't hate it. I guess I wouldn't hate it. I'd rather see this happen when we're on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, you just get your emotions to involve. You're getting Denzel Ward, baby. This guy's got, I mean, Denzel Ward. I would love it. I would love it.
It makes sense.
Bona fide starter.
Yeah, and a guy who's just scrappy as hell. He can hit you. He covers like glue.
This might be the 32nd pick in the first round.
It might be. It might be.
Well, he mentioned the Packers as an option as well. I would hate that. So
yeah,
we'll see. The Browns will be looking to trade some of their players for sure. They need some draft capital, and they blow. So they could be looking to offload quite a few players. So that is the trade scenario. We got to go back to the trivia before we wrap this thing up. Who was the starting quarterback last time the Vikings faced the Rams?
Yeah, unless I'm completely forgetting a year, which I might be. I go back to early 2000s, Vikings, Rams. I think they played each other a couple times in playoffs. So I'm going to go Jeff George was the quarterback.
It was Jeff George.
Wow.
I want to say you cheated, but I'm not going to say that. There's no way you cheated. It's Jeff George. Jeff George played, really, that was his only season. And got beat by the greatest show on turf. He put up 4 touchdowns in that baby.
Huge game.
4 touchdowns again, and Kurt Warner put 5 touchdowns. So Jeff George, he was actually pretty damn fun to watch that year, but he got the loss. He's a loser.
Was that the year when we lost 3 in a row going to the playoffs, and then we played the Saints in the first round? We smoked them at home. I think it was.
I don't remember. I was a wee young lad. A wee young whippersnapper.
You're like 19 out looking for prey.
I mean, I sure the hell wasn't. Yeah. I don't remember, but Jeff George played and he lost. Sam Darnold's going to turn that puppy around. Well done, Lupagus. I didn't think you were going to get that one. I would have guessed Culpepper just because Jeff George, one of those guys I never remember.
He was my second guess, but I really thought about it.
You did a really good job today.
Thank you.
Everybody, happy Friday. Happy playoff Friday. Let's hope the Vikings kick the hell out of the Rams. Remember, we'll be streaming the whole game. We'll be doing a tailgate party. It'll be busy here all damn weekend, so be sure to stick around.
Hell yes, guys. Good morning. Rise and SKOL to everybody. Again, thank you for 13K. And remember this, on Mars, sunsets are blue.